What I think is really cool about it is, if you look, this big round thing here, this is a cistern, okay? You can see the lid. I'm not gonna look at it. Don't know if I want to. All right, what do I do with my metal detector? It's over here somewhere. Let's go over to the next field. So across over the fence, first signal is actually it's a fired bullet. It's a modern bullet. You can see that's lead, but it's got little hints of the copper jacket on it still right there. So it's a modern bullet, but it was a nice, beautiful signal, and we're getting to an area where we had found bullets before. So another 100 yards or so, there was a little small camp. So that's a good sign. Still signals out here. Nice deep signal here. Popped it out of the ground, and I believe it is a round ball. I hope. Yep. Okay. What we have here is a piece of lead. It's kind of misshapen, so that could be a musket ball, or it could be a canister or case shot out of a cannonball that was fired. This is the area, just a little bottom right here, where we found stuff, like I said, a year ago. And we really only had small coils when we were in here then. So with the bigger loops or coils, hopefully we'll hear some more of the deeper stuff. So first bullet of the day. And it's a real, well, of course, reenactors wouldn't have bullets with them. At least they wouldn't be reenactors for long. If they, people, you know, people did get shot one time. There's a reenactment where a guy got shot with a pistol ball. Yeah, it's probably 20 years ago now, but anyway, yeah, let's get back to digging. So I hope Todd comes over soon. He wanted to dig around back there for a while, but hopefully he'll head over. I know this is not much, but I just dug this little iron screw, and this is very similar to the one that can be found in a musket. So that could be part of a musket, or it could be just part of an old box or something that was back here that rotted away. Probably never know on that one. Well, my second non-ferrous target out here. Dug a lot of nails. But this is a shotgun shell. I mean, it sounded good when I dug it. So, I mean, there's still signals here, just like that little round ball we found. So we'll keep at it for a while. If this doesn't pan out and start getting a lot better soon, we'll go up in the woods. This is kind of an interesting little piece of iron here. When I first found it, I was thinking that it might be a base plate to a canister round from a cannon. They'd have a heavy iron plate, bunch of lead balls stacked up in here, and that they would fire. It's got this one little divot in it though, so that makes me a little nervous about what that might be, but it's about the right size for 12 pound canister. So I decided to pop over in the woods, and I've hiked a good ways, and I've been seeing tracks every now and then, and I just figured out what they were up to. Can you guess? That is a dig hole right there. Someone was metal detecting. That's the shotgun shell that they heard. They just left there. I guess we're not alone out here, are we? That was a while ago, though. Well, I just dug this piece of lead, which it looks like it might be a melted bullet, actually, which is sweet. Sometimes when you come across a slob hunter, like the one that was here, that left a nice trail for us to follow, they'll lead you right to their little spots. I'm gonna go get Todd, see if he wants to come back up in here, or do it another day. This could be a really good spot. So I worked my way back out into the field, found Todd, talked to him a little bit, and we're gonna stay in the fields, but we moved over just a little bit. I think he found a piece of buck and ball and a couple pieces of junk. But we're in the new field now. I got a nice deep signal, dug it. Can you see it way down there? That's a nice deep bullet right there, man. That's a Sharps. You can see right there, you can see that little bit of, there's some white in the dirt. That's where it was laying. But yeah, that was a nice deep one, and I heard that pretty solid too. So that's a what's called a Sharps bullet. This would be from the American Civil War, most likely carried by a cavalryman. This was probably a carbine, or carbine bullet. But yeah, that's beautiful. That's dropped one too. Okay, so I have a nice deep hole going here, but as I was glancing off to the side, I can see a little bit of white right there. So I'm hoping that's going to be a bullet that was just off to the side. Is it? Well, it's not a bullet, but it's a piece of lead. This is melted lead, almost undoubtedly from a campfire from a Civil War soldier who probably used a cartridge to start the fire, the paper cartridge for the gunpowder in it. So yeah, nice little piece of melted lead. About 15-20 feet from where I found that sharps bullet. Well, not too far from where I found that melted lead, and I got a little squeaky thing in here. Could be more melted lead, but it sounds like it might be a little button. Maybe a little eagle button. The way it's kind of straight. No, it's too heavy. Maybe. Oh, I don't know. Is it? That is a. Oh, neat. Okay, that is a button. Looks like the back's off of it. I don't think I did that though. I think that's going to be a New York State seal button. I'm almost 99% on that. These were like 3 pieces. It had a front, a back, and a little rim that went around there, held it together. It looks like the back's been off it for a while, but I think I can see that shield right there with an eagle. Yes, that's exactly what it is. New York State seal. I'll get you a picture at the end of the video. So yeah, good, got a button, awesome. Awesome, let's keep at it, what do you say? I'm not too far away from where I found that New York button. I just found another Sharps carbine bullet dropped. Sweet, we're on it now. Now this is a pretty neat little thing. I'm out metal detecting with Todd down over the hill. He told me there's an old house up here, so I just want to come look at it. I mean, I'm not going to go in it. I'm not metal detecting. I don't think the owner of the farm owns this, but I'm not 100%. But it's just basically an old house. Again, I'm not going to go in it. What I think is really cool about it is, if you look, this big round thing here, this is a cistern, okay? You can see the lid. I'm not gonna look in it. Don't know if I want to. But what that would have done was, get all the rainwater off the roof and collected it there so that they'd have water to use, because they probably didn't have a well up here. But what really interested me, besides just the above ground cistern, which I hardly ever see, is that big concrete building behind it is also a cistern. It's a gigantic cistern. I've never seen one that big, and certainly not above ground. So we fill up that, and they probably had a pipe coming off the gutter into the top of that at one time as well. Probably free solid in the wintertime though. Oh well, just a little adventure. Again, I don't want to mess around up here, because I don't know if this is on the farm or not, but I just wanted to see it. Let's get back down in the field. What do you say? Find some more relics. All right, just hiked across the field to get Todd to bring him over here to where I found those sharps bullets and that New York button. Maybe get a few more targets before it gets dark. Hopefully. Well, I went over and got Todd to come to a little hot spot, but he doesn't seem to be coming. Oh well. Just dug a nice little dropped round ball. Well, I don't know. It's kind of a little misshapen, isn't it? But yeah, it's a little musket ball. Not far from where I found the button. So got a nice little squeaker-rooney in this stuff. I should be showing you some more of the targets and the signals, but I'm just too busy digging. This is going to be getting dark pretty soon. What's in here? Oh no, it's a shotgun shell. That's the base to a shotgun shell. Oh well. Could have been a New York button. They sound about the same. Actually, we should test that, shouldn't we? Let's test that. Shotgun shell? Yeah, maybe later. So this signal here was actually pretty deep, and it was just on the very end. I kicked it off. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it could be iron, but it kind of had a little bit of a squeak to it too, so I'm hopeful that it could be a little button. All right, that's probably it right there, eh? Oh no, it's a little piece of lead. It's not a little piece of melted lead from the campfire from where the New York Cavalry troopers were camped out here making some food. Just a couple feet away from where I just found that little piece of melted lead. God, it felt like an electric shock. It wasn't, but it felt like it. And a little signal here, it's very similar. Still in the grass though, isn't it? Oh no, is that it? You know what's weird? I felt like I had an electric shock when I grabbed that thing. And look at this. I wonder if it's possible. Microwaves and electromagnetic radiation come off of that thing, energizing the ground. Oh, it's weird. All right, it's in here. I'm gonna set you down. Kind of rip through here real quick. Oh no, there it is. It's a nut. Stainless steel, that's why it sounds a little bit good. Chasing this little devil around for about 15 minutes. A little piece of melted lead. All right, so I think we're getting ready to wrap it up, but not quite. But I want to, well, I got something I want to show you, but also something I want to show you, if you know what I mean. First thing off, I had a nice deep signal here, dug it up, and I believe that's going to be a bullet. And it is a bullet of some sort. Oh, that's a, don't want to rub on these pants. This is a Spencer carbine, which is a little bit different than a Sharps. This would have had a metallic cartridge on the bottom of it that's probably rotted away. Might still be a little bit left in the hole though, so we'll look around for it. But other thing I wanted to show you was I'm actually digging up lots of pieces of this flint-like stuff, and I'll be honest with you, I never knew that this even occurred in this area. But yeah, there's lots of this flint or chert, big chunks of it, nice and sharp. But yeah, okay, so we got a bullet. Well, let's just check while we're here. Make sure, it might be, the base might still be in here. Usually that's what you find is the base. I'll run the pinpointer down there, but yep, another bullet. Okay, before I put you away, what I want to do is I'm going to show you how this shotgun shell sounds and how that New York button sounds. I haven't tested it yet, but I want to show you how sometimes it can sound very similar. So I'm hoping it sounds similar. All right, his shotgun shell's there, New York button's there. I'm going to go ahead and ground balance just to make sure that we're okay. That's the hole I got that Spencer bullet out of a minute ago. Okay, so going over the button first. 50-ish, 49-ish, something like that. Shotgun shell. Yeah, see, 64. A little bit higher on that one, which is actually reading a little higher than normal, but yeah. And that's pretty close right there. I've dug plenty of shotgun shells that read between like 40 and 50 and something like that. Yeah, that's just a little bit higher. That's why you got to dig those lower signals too, or you will miss a lot of buttons. Now, if that had the back on, it was more solid, it might read much higher. But a lot of times, even the Eagle buttons that you find, which are the most common Civil War buttons, will read in the 40s. So you really got to dig kind of all those signals when you're looking for relics. That's why I find so much junk like pull tabs. Because pull tabs, gold coins, buttons, they all sound the same, really, or they can sound all the same. Got some type of little squeaky critter right here. Oh, there it is. Another Sharps bullet. Drop Sharps. That's a beautiful bullet right there, isn't it? Yeah, that's gorgeous. I'm down to 1 bar on my battery for my metal detector, and my camera's just about dead. So, of course, it's almost dark too. Won't be much longer. Okay, we're headed in for the evening. It's getting really cold. The sun, you can see, is going down, so my fingers are freaking numb. Gonna do a little wrap up here. I'm just gonna show it in pictures, but I did want to show you one thing. Remember this thing I found? I thought it might be like the base to a canister, canister plate. It is not. And I remember about these little divots right here. They did those little divots with a drill to make things to be an exact weight. So this is probably a weight to a scale weight, I do believe. I could be wrong. It does have a hole through the middle, but that's how they would get just a little bit of weight off of that to make it a perfect, 17 ounces or 1 pound or whatever. We'll see you on the next one, I hope.
And I'll rock you until I go to sleep. She'll shake the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it in the sand and keep it for eternity. Mother Earth, she's got her secrets she's promised to keep, hidden in her dirt or deep in her creek. Mother Earth, she ain't saying exactly what she's saving, where it is or what it might be. Mother Earth, you are my lady, my big round baby. I'll rock you until I go to sleep. She don't care if you're dying.